Start in a seated position. We're doing some Kundalini yoga tonight. So we're going to tune in, and we're using the mantra, the Adi mantra. It's Ong, O-N-G, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. So we do this, connect to ourself, connect to our higher self, and connect to the golden chain of teachers so they can help us have the best practice and instill any wisdom that we need to know. So rub your hands together and then put your palms in the middle of your chest. Sit up really tall. Inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Look up at the point between the brow. Pull the Mula Bandha. Exhale. Ad Gurudev, Chugad Gurudev, Sat Gurudev, Siddhi Gurudev Namain. Ad Gurudev, Chugad Gurudev, Sat Gurudev, Siddhi Gurudev Namain. Ad Gurudev, Chugad Gurudev, Sat Gurudev, Siddhi Gurudev Namain. Inhale and exhale. Let's start in mountain pose. So come into a standing posture. So feet together. You want to make sure your knees are over your ankles, your hips are over your knees. Slightly tuck your tailbone in. Roll your shoulders back and down. You want to slightly tuck your chin in. So coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. This is super important because we're always hunched over like this on our phones. So you really want to feel the expansion across your chest. You want to feel like there's a string being pulled to the top of your head. Rock your weight forward and back, left and right. You want to evenly distribute the weight in your feet. Stand up really tall. And then bring your hands to your heart. We're going to inhale, reach up really tall, and then bending at the hips, come forward. And then come back up. Warming up the spine. Inhale. Coming forward. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. This time we're going to come onto our toes. Inhale. Bending at the hips. Exhale, come forward. So keep going. We're going to do about 10 of those. That was about 3 or 4. Make sure you continue the inhale and the exhale. So inhale up. Exhale, come forward. So let's do one more together. Inhale up. Exhale, come forward. And then just stay here, coming into your half forward fold. So take some deep breaths here. So feel the stretch in the back of the thighs and your shoulders. Really start to deepen your breath here. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, push the belly in. Then slowly roll to the top. Your head's going to come up last. Come back to Tadasana. So center yourself, stand up really tall, really exaggerate those shoulders, rolling them back and down, bringing your shoulder blades together on your back, hands equal by your sides. Slightly tuck that chin in, our chin lock, our Jalandhar. This helps align the spine. And then put one hand on your belly, and you're going to inhale, push your belly out. Exhale, push your belly in. Go ahead and do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. So this is activating your rest and digest nervous system. This is getting us out of fight or flight. Okay, let's come back to Tadasana, hands equal by the sides, and then you bring your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and then we're going to come forward and then come over to the left, to the back, to the right, and down. Do this 3 times. Make sure you're breathing. And then come back to center. And let's do that on the other side. So come forward. And we'll do 3 to the right. Just take your time. We're warming up the spine. And then come back to center, feet together, come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. So really distribute the weight evenly in your feet, rock left and right, forward and back. This is super important. This is grounding us into our bodies. And also we're always wearing shoes, so we're strengthening all the little ligaments and muscles in our feet. Okay, from here, let's do some neck rolls. So bring your chin to your chest. We'll do 3 to the left. Just take your time. And then when you're finished, come back to Tadasana, mountain pose, and then let's switch sides. 3 to the right. And then come back to center. And then come back to Tadasana. So stand up really tall, pull your shoulder blades back and down. then from here, let's come into half moon pose on the right. So inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, come down, come over to the right, and feel the stretch all down the left side. So really breathe into this left rib cage. Take some deep breaths, really stretch through the rib cage. Come back to center, big circle with the arms. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, come down onto your heels. Come over to the left. This is Ardha Chandrasana on the left side. Really breathe into that right rib cage. And then inhale, come back up, big circle with the arms. Now let's come to the front of our mat. We're going to come into some sun salutations. So bring your hands to your heart, and we're going to come into a back bend, and we are going to lift through the rib cage so that way we protect our low back. So when you're coming back, just really focus on lifting through the rib cage and not lifting at the low back. That way you protect your low back here. So inhale, reach up, lifting through the rib cage. Exhale, stay here for a couple breaths. Inhale, see if you can lift a little bit higher. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale, lift, stretch back, and then exhale, come forward, bending at the hips. And then from here, we're going to lift halfway up. So placing your palms into your shins, create a really flat back. The top of your head faces the front of the room. Take a couple deep breaths here. Exhale, come down. And then we're going to bring our right foot back into a high lunge. And then from here, we're going to add a twist. So you can bring your knee to the mat if you'd like, or you can stay up in the high lunge, and you're going to twist to the left, looking up at that left arm. Taking some deep breaths here. And bring that left arm all the way down. And if you need to bring that knee down, you can. If not, then we're pushing back into plank. So feet together, keep your butt low. Spread your fingertips as far apart as you can here. If you need to come onto your knees to do that, really spreading the thumb and the pinky as far apart as you can. So that way we activate the hands. So our middle fingers are facing forward, but you're spreading your pinky and your thumb as far apart as you can. Really strengthening your hands here. And then come back up into plank. So keep your butt low. Zip your navel up towards your spine. Make sure your shoulders stay over your wrists. You need to rock your weight forward a little bit to take some of the weight out of your wrists. And then keeping your elbows by your sides, come halfway down. Come all the way down. Coming into Sphinx pose. So we're rolling our shoulder blades onto our back. Elbows stay under the shoulders. Gently look up. So feel the expansion in your heart chakra here. Really breathe into that heart chakra. And then take one more inhale. Exhale, come down. And then push back into downward facing dog. So feet hip width apart, hands hip width apart. Take some deep breaths here. So you want to drive your heels towards the mat. Push back with your hands, really pushing back, driving your heels down towards the mat. We're actually lengthening the spine here. Pedal your feet left and right if that feels good. Make sure you're taking really deep breaths here, those yogic breaths. And then look forward, bring that right foot through into our high lunge. And then bring the left foot forward, and then slowly roll to the top, one vertebra at a time. Come back to mountain pose. Center yourself, feet together. Really roll your shoulder blades back and down. Feel the expansion across your chest. Slightly tuck your chin in. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So bring your hands to your heart. Again, we're lifting through the rib cage. We're protecting the low back by lifting up at the chest. So bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. So stay here. Let's do that again. Let's see if we can reach back a little bit farther. So inhale. Lifting through the rib cage. Exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, come forward, bending at the hips. Take some deep breaths here, see if you can let something go. And then from here, we're going to bring the left foot back into our high lunge. And then from here, we're going to add a twist, so you can stay here or you can come down onto your knee, and we're going to twist to the right. Look up at that right hand. If you're on your knee, try to pop that knee up and see if you can come into this as a high twist. Bring the right arm down, and then from here, let's come into plank, but actually come onto your knees. First, we're going to activate our hands, so make sure your middle fingers are pointing forward, and then stretch your pinky and your thumb as far away from each other as you can. And then now come into plank. So feet together, zip your navel up towards your spine, rocking the weight forward a little bit, taking some of the weight out of your wrists. So you're rocking the weight forward into your hands. So you might feel this in your pinkies, your fingers are outstretched really far. That's really good. You're strengthening all those little muscles and ligaments in your hands and your fingers. And then come into chaturanga, so your elbows stay by your sides, and we come halfway down and come all the way down. Elbows come to the shoulders. Let's come into Sphinx. So gently look up. Roll your shoulders, blades down onto your back here, really opening through the chest, through the heart chakra. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come down. Let's push back into downward dog. Pedal your feet left and right. If you haven't activated your Ujjayi breath, that windy breath, go ahead and do it now, taking really deep breaths. And then look forward, bring that left foot forward into your high lunge. And then bring the right foot forward and slowly roll to the top. Your head's going to come up last. Come back to mountain pose, Tadasana. Okay, from here let's come into chair pose. So feet hip width apart. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, see how far down you can go. Gently look forward. And let's release that. Inhale, reach up really tall. Come onto your toes. Exhale, come down, bending at the hips. Grab your elbows here, coming into ragdoll. You can bend your knees if that feels good. You can shake your head yes and no. And then bring your head back to center. We're going to add a twist to this, so bring your right hand to your left foot, and then inhale, reach up, look towards that left hand. Exhale. Take a couple more breaths here. And then come back to center, release that. Let's do that on the other side. So bring your left hand to your right foot. Inhale, look up towards that right hand. Exhale. And then come back to center, grab your elbows one more time. And then release your hands, slowly roll to the top, one vertebra at a time. Your head's gonna come up last. Come back to mountain pose, Tadasana. Okay, from here we're going to come into a seated position. Actually, from here let's come into child's pose. So let's come onto all fours, push back into child's pose, so your feet are together, your knees are hip width apart. Just take some deep breaths here. Okay, let's come into a seated position. And we're going to do our addiction meditation. So this meditation is really great for repatterning our glandular system, our hormones, our endocrine system. So this is really helps with, like, if you're addicted to your phone, social media, alcohol, smoking, these addictive thought patterns, like something that you just can't stop thinking about, your brain is stuck on. So our addiction meditation, our fingers are up on the pads of the palms, our thumbs are gently resting on the molars, on the temples. We're gently clenching our back molars. We're chanting sa, ta, na, ma. We're chanting that mentally. Our eyes closed down. We are looking at the point between the brow as our eyes are closed. Inhale, exhale. All right, let's come on to all fours. Let's do cat-cow. So inhale up, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. So keep going, see if you can go a little bit faster. So 3 minutes of cat-cow. We'll balance all 8 of your chakras. We have our 7 chakras, and the 8th one is our arc line, our aura. So 3 minutes of cat-cow. We'll balance all of the chakras. And then inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Really round through the back. And then push back into child's pose. Our hands are in prayer pose. Continue to take some deep breaths here. Okay, now let's come into a seated position. We're going to do our Gyan Chakra Kriya. So our fingers, our index fingers and our thumbs are touching. Our palms are out in front of us. So we're bringing one arm up and over the head, and then the other arm up and over the head. And our hands are like out in front of our chest. And this is really good for clearing our arc line, and our arc line is our 8th chakra, our aura, and this holds on to our subconscious thoughts, and it also is how other people perceive us. So if our arc line is all gunked up and junked up, then we are not going to be glowing. And when we clear out our arc line, we clear out all these subconscious thoughts, and it will give us our radiance, will increase our radiant body. So thumb and index finger touch, and we're chanting Sat Nam Wahe Guru. So chant along.
Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam. Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, 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 Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru,
Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, faster, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, inhale, stretch, hold the breath, exhale, inhale, stretch up more, hold the breath, exhale, inhale, hold the breath, and then twist left, right. And come back to center and exhale. Just take some deep breaths here. Okay, so let's do Kriya. More keeping your arms up, yay! So this is really great for balancing the third chakra. When we balance the third chakra, we balance all of the rest of the chakras because the energy comes in through the third chakra, goes down to the second, down to the first, and then back up to the top of the head. So the Kriya, we're balancing all 7 chakras. We're going to point our fingers together. Our fingers are touching and left thumb over right for women, right over left for men. And we're going to bring our arms up over our head and we are chanting Sat Nam. And when we chant Sat, we pull the navel in and it sounds more like a U sound, Sat Nam, and then we let the navel go on the Nam. So go ahead and start. Sat Nam, 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 Satnam, 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 Satnam. Inhale. Hold the breath. Pull the Mula Bandha. Stretch the arms up. Spiral the energy up the spine to the top of the head. Stretch and exhale. Okay, let's come into Shavasana. Come down onto our backs. Actually bring your knees into your chest. And then from here, come into Shavasana. Palms face up. Let your feet fall to each side. Just let the energy circulate around your body. And gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then bring your arm up over your head and roll over onto your side. And then come up into a seated position. Eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart. We'll chant Sat Nam 3 times. So inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam.